Actually, most of the stuff is crinkly, it appears. But we'll do that. I have a wide variety of things now. I will tell you, the items I'm going to show you today are going to be spread out to 3 different houses. Some of it will stay here. Miss Margaret wanted some. She asked me to pick up some stuff because she loves the thrift store, but she doesn't drive anymore and she can't go. So she asked me to pick up some things for her. So some of this is for her, and some of this is for Glinda the Good Witch. He has 3 teenage boys, and they eat everything. So this is not all for us. Actually, very little of this is going to stay here. So, but I'm going to show you what I got. I found some really good stuff. We were in luck today. The store was very well stocked, depending on the time of the day of week that you go. Some days it's super stocked. Other times you go in there and it's kind of sparse, and the pickings are kind of slim. It was really good today. Now, one of the items I found is this. You're going to see a lot of Mrs. Freshley's items in this particular bakery thrift store. Here we have a packet of 2 cupcakes. They are peanut butter flavor. Now, you might have seen cupcakes like this. They will have the chocolate on the top of the cupcake, and the cupcake itself will be like devil's food cake. And then it will have a white swirl of icing on top of the chocolate. This one is a little different. It's made the same way, but it's a little different. You have this sort of like a butterscotch colored icing on the top, and it's probably peanut butter flavor. And then you have the little chocolate swirl on the top of that. So these are cream filled see, it's just a slice of pound cake. Look at that beautiful yellow. Now this is old-fashioned lemon cream pound cake. It's beautiful. I was trying to see. It's 3 ounces. Now these little slices of pound cake, I think, were 89 cents also. Look at that. I love it. Look at that golden brown crust on there. And this must be the top. This is the top part of the pound cake up there. And it's cookie. Now, I mentioned in the store walkthrough that we made these in school. I think I was in about the 7th grade, and we made them in science class for some reason. But these are from Michelle's Bakery, like I said, the chocolate no-bake cookies. I think they're also called lunchbox cookies or chocolate oatmeal no-bake cookies. I mean, they have a bunch of different names. Sweets from scratch. Now, this is a 3.5 ounce cookie. You know, if you've ever made them, they're kind of heavy. They're very dense. Very good. Now, they do have peanut butter in them. They have chocolate, peanut butter, rolled oats, and sugar, and probably some butter or something. I can't remember what all's in them. I haven't made them in forever, but I think we actually did a video making these one time. That was probably the last time I made them. But yeah, these are so good. I don't think you ever outgrow these things. You don't have to bake them. They just have to set up, like you put them in the refrigerator or something, and they just set up like that. I love them. To me, they're the perfect combination of chocolate and peanut butter. They're so wonderful. So I did get one of those. A lot of this stuff is crinkly. I also picked up from Mrs. Freshley's this little carrot cake. Now, I love carrot cake. I'm not going to eat it, but like I say, I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to eat better. But this carrot cake has this lovely icing on it. You have this layer of white icing across the top. I don't want to squish it, so I'm trying not to touch it too much. Best if you used to buy June 5th, so we're good. So this is 3.5 ounces, just like the chocolate peanut butter no-bake cookie. But again, this is from Mrs. Freshley's. So lots of stuff from Mrs. Freshley's in this bakery thrift store. So yeah, it's you can't really see the actual carrot cake very much. You can see it right down there a little bit. Mostly all you see is this the white icing on the top. But yeah, a lot of people, you see a lot of people coming in to get a bunch of these. They're preparing stuff for lunch for the coming week, and they'll buy some of these and some of the little fried pies and things like that to go into their lunches. And personally, I'm not a big fan of eating stuff like this very often. For me, it's definitely a rare treat. Not because I have that much willpower, it's just because to me, I get burnt out on that kind of stuff very quickly. I don't want to eat it very often. It these things. Oh, they're so good. And they're good too if you take them and just pop them in the microwave. Like if you're eating one, just put it in there for 5 seconds. Warm it up just a little bit. That's really good. So little pecan swirls. Yummy, yummy. I've never seen this in the Flowers Bakery thrift store before today. I didn't even know it existed. Tasty cake, black and white donuts. I've never seen these before. So it's a simple concept. You know, you have the powdered donuts. These are powdered donuts, but it's like devil's food cake on the inside, but it has the powdered sugar on the outside. Now you will notice there's a mark on the bag right here. These were on the quick sale, one of the quick sale tables. Anything on these quick sale tables that have things like bags of donuts, you can get them 3 for $4. And this is one of the 3 things for $4 that I picked up, the black and white mini donuts. My kids really like the regular powdered donuts, so I thought we could try these right here and see if they like these too. So that's the first thing I got, 3 for $4. And I also picked this up right here. We have the Tasty Cake Chocolate Juniors. This was another thing I've never seen there before. It's a yellow layer cake with chocolate icing. So it's just little cakes. And it's a family 4-pack. So I guess you have 4 of these in there. They must be pretty big though. But chocolate juniors. Now I love yellow cake with chocolate icing. But you see again, we're going to see the mark on this package right here. That's to indicate that it came from the quick sale, one of the quick sale tables. 3 for $4. So I think if you buy them individually, they're $1.50 or something like that. I don't know. But this was the second thing right here. And I got one more thing. I bought a box of Tasty Cake mini muffins. It says this is a new recipe. They had a blueberry and chocolate chip, and I got one of these boxes of the chocolate chip mini muffins. You get 5 packets in here, and each packet has 4 little muffins in it. This is an 8-ounce box of chocolate chip mini muffins, and it's a new recipe. So I thought those 3 things together for $4 was a pretty good deal. I mean, if you were to go into a store, you would pay almost $4 for one of those things. Not quite, but it would be at least 3 just for one. But you get all 3 for $4. So it's really good. Oh, here's a crinkly thing I forgot. Now they do have mixes, and the mixes change from time to time. This was one that $79. Some of them are $99. I don't know how they decide which is which, but maybe the 79-cent stuff is a day older or something. I don't know. But yeah, I've never tried this before, and I kind of made fun of it when I spotted it in the store. I think because it says it has cinnamon bursts in it, and I said something stupid like, "What is it, flammable or something?" Like, is it an incendiary device? I mean, what is it? But it looks good. Look at that. Wow. So, does it have raisins in it? I don't think it does, honestly. I think this is just cinnamon. Well, I like it even better. I'm not a big fan of raisins in my bread, but the cinnamon bread, I bet that's really yummy. And it's from Cinnabon, so you know it's good. Look at the beautiful blue on here. Isn't that pretty? It has a little design in it. And a happy little yellow twist tie. It's adorable. Now this is a 16-ounce loaf of cinnamon bread. I didn't even know there was such a thing until today. But I guess those little spots are the cinnamon bursts. I don't know. But it's really good. Oh my gosh, can you imagine what it would smell like in the toaster? Oh my gosh. I love the smell of baking bread. And if it has cinnamon in it, that's even better. I have one more. Now these were on the 79-cent rack. These are from Nature's Own. These are perfectly crafted. It says so right here. 8 hot dog rolls, brioche style, soft and sweet. And they have the bag itself. It's a nice thick plastic, kind of like the bags that they put the bread in at Aldi. It's kind of like that. Very nice. I love brioche buns. And for 79 cents, I figured I could treat myself to one. And my kids will eat the rest of them, no problem. As soon as my 16-year-old sees these in the kitchen, he will eat all of them. That boy can eat. Oh my goodness. He can't. I think he's growing again. He needs to stop. He's already way taller than me. So, but yeah, again, you see the mark on the package right there. Perfectly crafted. And these are from Nature's Own. Very beautiful little buns, aren't they? Now this one doesn't have a twist tie. It has this little this little plastic clip right here. And usually it will have the sell-by date on it. May 27th, sell-by. Now they'll be gone by the 27th. They will no longer exist. But that is also a 16-ounce package of bread. And it was only 79 cents for the perfectly crafted brioche style hot dog rolls from Nature's Own. Let's see. Oh, I have 3 more things. Now these things aren't crinkly. Pretty much everything else was. One thing I have are Mrs. Freshly's cupcakes. Now these are like the peanut butter ones, but it has the chocolate, like the devil's food cake, and the cream in the middle, and the chocolate icing on top, and the little swirl of white icing on top. And there are 6 in here. I think these were 99 cents for this package of 6 of these. And my older son loves to stick these in the freezer. He eats them frozen. I tried it that way. I'm not a big fan of these. I noticed though, I took a bite of it. I didn't finish it. I gave it to him. I didn't like it, but it tastes a little sweeter if it's been sitting in the freezer. I find it doesn't get hard or anything. It's just cold. That's the way he likes to eat them. I don't know. But he's going to be very happy to see that I purchased some of these cupcakes. I haven't bought any in a while. Typically I buy them at Aldi. They have their own brand. Well, I think it's theirs or somebody's. They have boxes of these like this. I think they're actually a little bit cheaper at the bakery thrift store. But these register too. Now I've never seen these in there. We love these around here, especially in the summertime or when it's hot. Like it's been really hot the last few days. These little singles that you pour in a bottle of water and shake it up. It's Skittles singles to go. And we have 4 flavors: strawberry, orange, green apple, and grape. I like the strawberry flavor. The others, not so much, but I love the strawberry ones. And there are 40 of these in here. And this was only $4.99 for 40 of these little drink mixes here. The little sticks, you pull the top off, pour it in there, and shake it up. So I always like to keep lots of these around, and they drink up a lot of water, especially when it gets hot outside. And then I have one more thing, and usually when you go in the bakery thrift store, they will have this one table that you will see right when you walk in, and the best deal in the store is on that table. It will usually be something that the bakery, maybe they made too many of something or whatever, and they'll have it super cheap. And that's what I got today. I think this is the coolest thing I've ever seen on that table, and it could be anything whenever you